In this video, we're talking about the top 10 Zoan type fruits in the One Piece world. Just like the previous top 10 video on the most destructive devil fruit powers, this list is canon only, and would put more importance on how useful the fruit could be, basing from what we've seen so far from the anime and the manga, as well as from what we actually know about the kind of animal the fruit is modeled from. These categories made it so much easier to compare each Zoan type fruit, as I tried to be as unbiased as I could. So, let's get to it. This list was a pretty hard one to make. I thought that the previous top 10 most destructive fruits video was hard to make because of the sheer number of fruits in the One Piece world. But considering all Zoan fruits boost the physical attributes of the user, I had to get creative so that we could give each fruit a chance of making it on the list. Otherwise, it would be just a competition of mythical devil fruits and ancient zoans. But yeah, they are seemingly more useful and powerful than any regular zoan fruit. But anyway, let's start with a few honorable mentions. Starting with the wild card, Kaido's devil fruit. We don't know yet if Kaido is a dragon that ate a devil fruit that could transform him into a giant or a giant that could transform into a dragon. Both would be awesome. He can easily be top 10 with either one. I placed Kaido's possible fruit here in the honorable mentions. Next is the Hebenomi, Chopper's devil fruit. If devil fruits were real, I would love to give the Hebenomi to my dog. I think it's mention worthy because of how it could give logic and reasoning to animals that would eat it. It wouldn't be basing its actions out of pure instinct, and obviously enable the animal to transform into a human. So I think it's a great fruit for sure, because if poop hits the fan, you can just transform back and move along. And the last honorable mention we have is the Rio no Mi, model Pachycephalosaurus. Yes, it's Ulti's fruit and it's an ancient Zoan type fruit. This would make your head thicker, which is why Ulti has been using some headbutt techniques, and as with all ancient Zoans, it gives you added endurance on top of the regular Zoan physical attribute boost. It is undoubtedly a very strong fruit, just like all the other ancient Zoan fruits, which is why I put it in the honorable mentions list. It's definitely one of my favorites just because it's on Ulti, because her character is really, really cool. But I tried to be as unbiased as I could, and objectively, I believe that there are other fruits that are better than the ancient Zoan Pachycephalosaurus fruit. Now we start off the list, and we have at the number 10 slot the no Mi model Okami, or wolf. Yes, it's Jabura's devil fruit, and it should be superior to the Dalmatian, the Dachshund, and the Jackal fruits in terms of power, and it gives you the heightened sense of smell as well as above average hearing, and it also makes you the goodest boy and uber loyal, which is why I had to put this fruit on this list. But seriously, this fruit also makes the user more violent and much more powerful because of this fruit being a carnivorous type of animal, which was mentioned by one of the CP9 agents before, I think it was Lucci, that mentioned that, and is why it is number 10 on the list. Speaking of which, we have the Nekonegonomi. No, not that one. This one. Model Leopard. Lucci's fruit. It gave Lucci three forms, which is weird because some Zoan fruits seem to only have one transformation. Or maybe we just saw only one form, with the exception of Chopper's Hito no Mi, because he was experimenting on it with the Rumble Ball. But anyway, Lucci's fruit has three forms, and it makes Lucci much quicker and stronger. Just like Jabura's fruit, since it's combined with the Rokushiki, it really amplifies both of their combat strengths, which is why I placed those two fruits at number 9 and 10. We have our first mythical Zoan on the list, and it's sitting at number 8, which is just perfect, because it's the Hebenomi model Yamato no Orochi. Orochi's fruit can transform the user into a Hydra, which has 8 heads. It should boost the user's physical attributes, and I believe that it makes the user very strong in battle. I also considered placing this fruit much higher up the list because of the possibility that the fruit would make Orochi survive his recent circumcision courtesy of Kaido, because of how the Hydra's heads grow back when it's chopped off. But since we haven't officially confirmed it yet, we have it at lucky number 8. Moving on, we have the Ryuryonomi model Allosaurus. I feel like out of all the Tobiropo, Drake is the strongest simply because of his Devil Fruit powers. I know that he probably knows hockey and is a very good hockey user, but we all saw him almost bite off the head of a pacifista back in the Sabodi arc. It doesn't seem like he's too dependent on his Devil Fruit ability and prefers to fight more with only his weapons, which makes me wonder just how strong the fruit is compared to ultis. Because the Pachycephalosaurus are dinosaurs believed to eat seeds and plants, so Drake's carnivorous type Zoan fruit would make him more aggressive and probably much stronger than Ulti, which is why we have Drake on number 7 on this list. Next, we have the Zozonomi model Mammoth. Yes, it's Jack's fruit and it makes him bigger, stronger, tougher, and heavier. Which is why I love Nekomamushi so much, because he slammed Jack like he was a lightweight. But Jack got back up instantly and was strong enough to endure whatever Inuarashi and Nekomamushi threw at him. I believe that Jack's fruit was at play here, contributing to his massive endurance and durability. He destroyed buildings with his trunk, and it doesn't seem like he imbued it with his hockey. And it just shows how strong his fruit is. That's why we have it at number 6. Now we talk about another ancient Zoan in the Ryuryonomi, model Brachiosaurus. Yes, we have Queen's Fruit next because I think that it's a leveled up version of Jack's Fruit. It made Queen's body much bulkier than it already was, and that says a lot since Queen is a very chonkers dude. He also has a very long neck, making him able to get a full bird's eye view if he needs to scout anything out. Not to say that he won't be seen doing that, but still, it could be good for scouting. Just like any other zone type fruit, it boosts his physical attributes, making this fruit much better than Jack's mammoth type fruit. And it lands the number 5 spot. To continue the Beast Pirates theme, we have King's Ryuryonomi model Pteranodon, flying in at number 4. It's an awesome power, making the user able to transform into a Pteranodon, giving the user the ability to fly and adding speed to enable great physical attacks even while in midair. We've already seen this in action when King casually slapped Big Mom's ship off of the waterfall and humiliating the whole crew even when he didn't seem to be so serious. Now we calm ourselves down right as we get into the top 3 and we chill out with the Hito Hito no Mi model Daibutsu. This is Sengoku's fruit, which I included in the top 10 most destructive devil fruit powers in the One Piece world right now, and is exactly why it's in the top 3 spot of the best Zoan type fruits. It allowed Sengoku to transform into a Buddha that had so much power when he punched Luffy in his third gear, it made him spit out blood and get deflated. I'm not sure if Sengoku used Haki in that punch, but in the manga and the anime itself, it wasn't shown, probably because it wasn't formally introduced yet, so we haven't confirmed that yet. It can also create shockwaves that can clear out masses of enemies, making it a very destructive power. And this was able to deflect and equal a shot from the Gorogoro no Mi, when Blackbeard stole it from the late Whitebeard. This is the most powerful fruit on this list, in my opinion. But it was bested by two other fruits because of how useful those two fruits could be. And at number 2 on this list is the mystical Ino Ino no Mi model Kyubi no Kitsune. This is Katarina Devon's devil fruit, which is the only fruit I put high up on this list because of all the possibilities. I even did some research on the nine-tailed fox itself, and I learned that it could have 13 forms and a lot of powers as well. The nine-tailed fox can also have so many talents that Oda could choose from, making this fruit OP for any user. We have seen it transform Katarina Devon into Absalom perfectly, just like the Nekonegonomi. And the most common characteristic that the nine-tailed fox has on all of its forms is the incredible boost in speed, which I think would make Devon the best match against Robin. Now, I know we're not talking about matchups today, but I really had to mention it because it pumped me up when I realized how great a match Robin is against Devon. But anyway, now we have the most useful fruit of all the Zoan type fruits in the One Piece world. I'm sure you've already guessed it at this point, and it's the Tori Tori no Mi Model Phoenix. Marco's fruit. It's the ultimate devil fruit ability, being able to transform the user into a phoenix, which has healing properties for the user itself, and with the use of the phoenix's flames, it could heal others and boost a person's natural regenerative processes. I feel like it's even better than Ivankov's hormone fruit, where he taps into the user's life force and unleashes it into its full potential. Because the Phoenix Flames probably won't shorten the lifespan of the user and just aid others in healing. It could also enable the user to fly and basically immune to any attacks that he could receive, making him nearly invincible. And lastly, we have the Phoenix Mark. We haven't confirmed yet, but Marco mentioned something that really excited me. When he kicked down Big Mom's ship, he mentioned that their ages might be a little different, making me believe that this technique freezes time for all of its victims. And all of this makes this devil fruit the number one most useful fruit of all the zone types in the One Piece world. This ends today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, crush like, just like how Marco crushed the Big Mom Pirates, and comment down below what you think the Phoenix Mark will do to the Big Mom Pirates. Now, if you love One Piece, subscribe to the channel because on the next video, we're talking about the top 10 most powerful characters in the One Piece world as of right now. It's gonna be controversial and fun, and I hope to see you in that conversation. Stay safe. Peace.